Hello, my name's Spraggy. I'm a professional poker player, and people often ask me, they say, Spraggy, how do you take a $109 buy-in and turn it into a first place prize of $7,500? Well, from this moment forward, I will simply refer them to this very video. Come with me, enter my mind, as we navigate a $109 buy-in poker tournament field. We head all the way to the final table, and we've got first place in our sights. We've also got in this video some bonus high stakes action for you, a $1,000 buy-in Sunday KO. Enjoy, roll the tape. Oh my goodness, look at this. Straight into the aces, and we've got guaranteed action. We've got raise all in. Yeehaw. I flatted pre here and I've led the flop. This person's never folding. I'm all in. And I'm winning a nice one in the kickoff with my small blind flat. Mr. Matt Franklin, friend of the stream here. About to be eliminated by my ace queen. 3 ways. I actually can't lose this. There's just no way. There's just no way. I'm too lucky. I'm too lucky. I've gone from 2,500 chips to third of 127. We started with 10k, we went down to 2.5, and I'm up 64k nearly. It's beyond fairy tale. It's inconceivable. And this will be sent all the way. It's probably bottom. I mean, it's definitely bottom, right? Like ace jack O, we probably don't send here. This guy's got the aces for however many chips he was all in for. Sick. Just not on. Although that's exactly what I did 5 times in a row to get my chips. But when other people do it, come on. Questions have to be asked. How is that allowed? Well, that is top set. We're probably just going to check 3 ways out of position. Sure. Sure. This feels good. Unless he has Jack 10, then it's going to be showers, isn't it? Sure. Queen 7 is drawing dead. And in the money, I believe first cash of the day, first in the money of the day. 12 and 48 in the 109 kickoff, 7k for the win. Let's go. And what do we got here? 18 blinds all in. Sure. Why not? Why not? Do it! God, I'm the best at rivers. Such a good river player. Flush versus a flush, that is unfortunate. We're all in with ace 10. 32 left. 8 blinds all in from the penguin. Penguin player. There must be a pay jump at 31, troops. King Jack, let's hold. Very important part. Ace high board. Lovely stuff. $7,200 for the win here. Game on. 11 of 31. And we do have a straight. Albeit with no green cards. I don't think we're in the raising business. 19 players remain. Guarantees us we're definitely in the value betting business. I don't think we really block the way my opponent calls here. Like, we definitely have a block size for 2 pair. But I don't think we really block the way they call here. Maybe if we had like Jack 10, we put that straight into our block, but probably not 10-7. There's not a relevant enough part of the 7x that blocks the way Steven's going to call the river, right? To get into the weeds with it a little bit. But we bet, we win. We're 11 of 19, which guarantees us $371. 15th would guarantee us $483, and the remaining pairs are listed below. This is your $1,000 buy-in. This is your raise 3-bet, fold the ace 10. And we are playing once again across 9 tables. We've bought directly into the 1,050, which is going to take our buy-ins today to $3,742. As these guys are all in with the 8s and the ace 9, I have no real choice but to mark the ace 10-0 here, raise 3-bet. Not a lot to be done. This guy just shoves. Open rips 22 blinds with 18 left. And I gotta tell you, I think I'm pretty happy calling ace queen suited. What? $18 players left. He just rips 21 blinds with 7-8 offsuit. No complaints. No notes. What a pot to win. 5 of 17. A lot of equity in this pot. Look at the pairs. Very nice one. A little raise with ace king suited, I think. We are 39 blinds deep. I am covered for my bounty. Should I be 3-bet, I will 4-bet all in. Should I be called, I will hope to flop a royal flush. but I'm not greedy. I'll take, you know, a pair, for example. What is Love is a naughty individual. Ruined many of my tournaments over the years, including a live one in Monte Carlo. Played in Monte Carlo. What is Love ruined a tournament? Ruined it. Obviously, I played my hand very, very badly, but it's still somehow his fault. I think that's fair. Whoop. 10 high board, quite good for small blind. The 5s are better for the big blind. Maybe we don't bet 3 ways here with this hand. Maybe with a reasonable amount of our hands. Sure. We have some flushes. Big blind has the most flushes. What does Love have some dominated King X hands? Divisor has 5x still, flushes still. Maybe we don't even bet the turn. Maybe we call the turn. Sure, of course. We're not going to fold. Don't think we raise. And what suited stuff does What Does Love have? King Queen offsuit with the diamond, bet the turn. Queen Jack suited for the royal. I mean, it's very hard for me to have a flush, right? Very, very tough for me to have a flush. I guess I showdown, right? Quite happy. What is this? A 5 and a 6. Sure. A hand haver. Can't beat the 5 of the 6. Lose the trips. $7,236 for the win. Raising off 21 bigs. And raise calling 10 blinds. Very, very important pot for us here. Massive pot for our session. 12 remain. It's a great turn card, sports fans. It's an absolutely unbelievable turn card. We've won the flip 6 of 11. And up we go to 33 blinds. 34 blinds. 333,000 behind. Oh boy. Any 8 big blinds with aces enjoy us. And imagine we're getting action. We're for sure getting action. What's Love doesn't fold anything here. So good luck, everybody. We would love to spin back into the 1K. What is Love? Don't hurt me. Baby, I will hurt you? No, baby, don't hurt me. Not for $1,050. That's a lot of dollars. It's a 4-figure buy-in. Okay. What's the best thing that could happen now? What is Love shoves and this guy folds and we get to triple up but only run it against one hand? What is Love? Just calls. 9, 6, deuce. I have the spade. 28k. And a call. 3. It seems safe given the sort of ranges we expect, doesn't it? It seems pretty safe. What is Love capable of having some naughty shit though? It's a naughty boy, mate. 34k. Oh, my ace is good. Kings! He put it in with kings. This guy sucks. Imagine calling off kings for like 8 blinds in a bounty. Look at me go. What a luck box. Aces versus kings. And just like that, we're back to starting stack. Where do I have aces? This guy is, you know, having a good time of it. Junim Torado. And we are off to the flop. I think this king high board do a decent amount of betting on the king high board. And we might just go 40% even 3 ways. Treat ourselves a little bit against the white tiger here. Whatever this animal is. And a Puss in Boots type figure. And they'll pick up some equity on the turn, obviously, with a hand like 5-6 or 4-6. I think we still raise. We still raise versus sizing. Do we want to jam? What do you think? We just play all in? Hard to imagine playing any raise folds, right? We just shove. I am indeed all in again in the 1K. I am covered. Maybe they gamble a hand like 5-6, you know? Or like 5x of hearts or whatever it might be. King 6, King 7. But I think we want to jam. I don't know. It's just a little bit awkward to make it half our stack. I want to give the illusion that I could raise fold. The stack depths are a little awkward for having a hand that could raise fold, I think. All right. Well, we win the pot. We're up to 140k. All right, folks. I've got good news and I've got bad news. The good news is this is your final table. There are no bounties in play in this tournament. What you see is what you get. Whatever's in the pay table, that is what we're playing for. That is the amount that currently guarantees us $821 with 7,236 up top. The bad news is that big 700,000 chips that we're talking about being to my right, it's now directly to my left, followed by second in chips at 500k right here. So a little bit of a poor table draw for us, but a seat at the final table nonetheless. We're delighted to have one. And yeah, this is your final table. Let's do it. And I'm treating myself to a little 5.5 big blind action. That's what I'm doing. Don't think we know to go big here. Not even a diamond. Bit rough, isn't it? Do we even need a diamond if we're not really barreling at this depth? I might just check give up on the Jack 9-3. It's very easy for all that Broadway stuff to continue, right? Like, we can't fold out Queen 10, King Queen. We can make a pair. We have made a pair. I don't hate a check again. Maybe we just beat Ace 10. Maybe we beat Ace Queen. Maybe we beat King Queen. I think we just show down. 158k in the middle. Hoping for a check and a check. I'm going to feel very sad if they bet. I might cry. This is not the sizing we expect. In theory, very often. Very small in position. It's not really worth reopening the betting, right? For this size. Because you offer me the chance to do this, which I'm not going to do. But typically you wouldn't bet so small. I think I'm probably just going to call this. Because we don't have to win very often, and I think we win often enough. We do win against 7-8, and that's a very nice part on the FT. And on the final table, we've got kings as well for 25 blinds. We are 6th of 9 remaining. If we get 3-bet, we'll be all in. We've been 3-bet. By someone we expect to do a fair amount of 3-betting, right? On the final table. Chip leader, pressuring my stack when I'm 6th of 9. Spoke about being in the cage with some short stacks around. Obviously, we've got a premium hand that is very happy to belt it all in. $7,000 up top here. Very important moment. I'm all in. And we expect this to happen a lot because he's going to apply pressure to my stack, but I don't think we're in a position really to trap and let him realize equity and, you know, get punished with the pay jumps and whatnot. So I'll rip my hand all in. He'll fold. And we're up to $500,000. What's the story in Balamory? Wouldn't you like to know? Raising it up with a queen and a queen. If there's a shove, we call. We're 4 of 8. And what's actually a very nice final table, isn't it? 7K for the win from $100. Ordinarily, we might have some big bets on this flop. I think at ICM, we're not going to be hurling money in the middle. Shouldn't be too many 2-pair combos. They shouldn't be defending 9-5, 9-4. They will have 5-4 and sets. 4 is quite a good card for me. This is not going to work. They might have some leads here in Chippy V. I don't think they get the leads in ICM. They get the lead in Chippy V because they have a lot of 4s in their range, right? Because they have Jack 4 and Queen 4 and 10 4 and 6 4 offsuit. But in an ICM spot, like this one on a final table, they don't actually have all this 4x. So I don't think that they actually get a lead here on a final table. Like, it's a very different range to the one they defend in Chippy V. So there might be some sort of misapplication here going on. I'm going to click call. I expect them to lead with a 9. With a 5 if they have it, obviously with a 4 if they have it. Hands like 6-7, 7-8. Any floats that they might have. They are going to have like ace-3, ace-deuce. And depending on the sizing, we'll have either a tough river decision or a hand that's, we're going to click call with this, you know. 80k? Thing is, with 80k, I want to put it in. But, I don't know. I guess I just click call. Because, like, jamming into a 4 is too punishing on a final table. Yeah, we call. They have ace-9, which is a bit sad, but I think they just bet fold this hand regardless, right? I am going to very happily be all in the 1K with ace-king suited. Big pot. All in for 15 bigs. Feel goddamn great about it. Feel really good about it. We are at risk. They're coming for it. All in with the best. I hope not. How about all in with the slightly worse? $1,000 tournaments all in. We might be 3 ways. They do cover my bounty. $1,000 tournaments all in, my friends. And we've just 3-bet on the FT. Oh boy, we've 3-bet on the FT. $1,000 tournaments all in. All in on the FT. We 3-bet call. Classic. Hold. 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 Ace King, you beauty. You beautiful fucking hand. Leaves us in 7th place. Massive flip for us to win. And of course, good flip for us to win in the 1K. 2 starting stacks. Oh my god. In the 1K. $840 bounty. $840 bounty on What Is Love. I've got aces. $843. Imagine this guy calls. Might be close to a chip lead pot. I mean, it's a massive pot if he calls. Oh my god, he called. Ace-7 suited. 10s. I got a diamond. I got the nuts. I've won it all. You got there, Phil. I've won it all. I've got 859,000 chips. I've got $1,100 in bounties locked up. I had aces in the Super Sunday. Go on then. I have kings blindly blind in the 1K. They've got 41 bigs. And they've 3-bet me. That's unlucky. Wow. That's a very big pot in the 1K. 800,000 and $375 bounty. That is a very unfortunate river card. Ouch! 1.7 million chips we'd have had. Oh, we would have been second in chips. We're 22nd instead. Ow! We've got 12 big blind rip. We're just running it. More Master Mandela has like 5s and 6s a lot. But we're 3 from the money. Flip. Fair fight. Big pot. And a winner. $250 bounty. And a winner in the 1K. And we're back to 13 of 43, 41 paid. Here comes the bubble. 2,046 locked up. 1,127 for the min cash. 27K plus bounties up top. Could be about $60,000 for the win. Which would be nice. What do we do here on the bubble? I know what we do. You want to watch? You want to watch my secret plan? So, I'm going to call. Okay, the plan, listen, the plan was to hit a deuce. Check. Check. See? Should we go all in? That's quite funny, isn't it? I think it would be funny to go all in. Because then he's going to be like, oh, he's just applying pressure on the bubble. I've tried to pot control something, but he's bluffing. I'll call. And then I'm like, nearly. Except I have a set. Oh my god, he's thinking about it. Oh my god, it's actually going to work. $500 bounty. Ooh. But for a moment, we lived the dream. Come on. Don't do him. Don't do him like this. Oh my goodness. Ah, mate, what goes on? What goes on? Well, we're in the money. You hate to see it. You love to see it. You hate to see Darwin go on the bubble. Ace King versus King 10. 10 on the 10. It's just not cricket, is it? Just not cricket. All right, so $2,046 for bounties. 1,100. We got 3,000 something locked up here. And a very reasonable stack. Back up to 900,000. Beautiful. And we're raising in the 1K. The first pay jump is going to be at 31 places to 1,364. Obviously, plus our 2K in bounties. If either of these players jam, we're going to call. There'll be no raise folding the 8-9 suit against this for $968.75. And naturally, we're quite happy when we flop so much equity. If we bet he's going to fold a hand like King 4 or King 5, if he check raises, we're happy to run 10 big blinds, 12 big blinds for a 1K overlay with an open ender, backdoor flush draw. Maybe even has some bluffs here, like, it's very possible, you know, a good player like Master Mandel, you know, check raise fold some stuff, like check raise fold something like 4-5 or 5-6 maybe. I am happy to run it. We're going to play for nearly $1,000 bounty, and we're open-ended, and he can still fold, and we have 2 overs to a 7. That's one of them. And we've won $968 and all of his chips. We've won our flip. 1.2 milli and 3,000 in bounties locked up. 1K, we got over $4,000 locked up right here. Obviously a very good hand for us to be up against. A fair fight, and we come out on top. I think we probably go for a bigger bet here. 60 blinds deep on ace 10-7. Obviously, again, pretty good board for me from under the gun. 10 slightly better for my opponent. Would not be surprised to see some leading. That's not to say we play exclusively call versus lead. In fact, we might raise this hand. Because if he's leading his range, he's going to lead with like 8-9, Jack-9, a bunch of flush draws, obviously some 10x. It's very intriguing that he decides to check. I think I want to bet. I think I'm restricted in my sizing. If he's not playing a lead strategy, he might still have more 10s than he's supposed to. But I definitely think I want to value bet once he does check. I actually studied this king high board, blind v blind limp call. There should actually be, in theory, some leads on the king high board from small blind. I don't think that is something we're too worried about, or rather, like, too surprised to not see, should I say? But it is quite a good board for them. That's why they're going to have leads. So I've just elected to check. Meanwhile, I'm all in the 55 with ace queen suited. That's very bad flop for us, isn't it, in general? We bet the turn here and we win. In the 1K, things might kick off. Look at this, 69,000 chips. 3 blinds, $560.50 bounty. We bloody love for them to shove. They've shoved. They've shoved. And we're all in as well. This is a big part, isn't it? 1,500 in bounties. 1,600 in bounties. We've got to beat take seat, though. With our ace-9. They might jam pretty wide for this. But obviously they know that they're covered too. So going to be some strong hands in this 15 as well. Ace-9 suited should be doing very well. But it is a big part. $1,500 for the knockouts and a lot of chips. Come on, ace-9. You're a beautiful hand. You're a beautiful hand. What do we got? Ace 10. And a 10. This is... And the 9 gives this guy straight. This is the worst of all time. The worst sweat in the history of sweats maybe ever. But a great spot for us. Like, unbelievably good spot for us with ace-9 suited here for 14 bigs. Minus setback. I raised here. This guy is in the big blind. Liaz decided to shove 40 bigs on the button. Alright. Or if this guy folds next, he's like, well, maybe Spraggy calls and he should ladder. Does not. Just the 10s, huh? Just rips it. Thank God he didn't let me see a flop. Actually, thank God. He's going to win. We're down to 5. 5-handed poker game for $7,000 up top. Sure. Yes, that's a good flop. You'd imagine. I'd say we like it. 17 blinds deep. Let's go. Well, bonjour. Turn card. I think they're going to bluff like 6-7, 5-6, 9-10, Jack-10. Our equity position against us is already good. They're going to have a queen for value. 8-4 for value, false value, whatever. Very simple part of the range. But they're going to check raise some like queen-jack, queen-10, king-queen. 8 is actually a better card for me since I don't think they check raise an 8 on the flop, but I might bet call it. Obviously, it's a very good card when I have queen-8. I think we call, and then we call all in if they go all in because I have a full house. But no reason to do anything else. Obviously, we're not going to shove in position. We just want them to keep firing if they want to try fire it. Full boat. Oh my god, we have the same hand. I fully expected to be 4 players left with a chip lead. And I'm sure they felt the same way. We both have Queen 8. I mean, what is that? Can't help but feel a little hard done by. I'm sure they do too. When they jam and I snap, they're like, nice. Hang on just a minute. Because we have got, welcoming everyone from the Pokestars channel, I was going to highlight the fact that J.Hartigan played his first ever Sunday Million and cashed his first ever Sunday Million. But for now, we are all in with 26 players left in the 1K Super Sunday. I think we just jam when we have the bounty, we just jam top of the range here as well. 26 players left in the 1K. Obviously a huge spot for us. Holy sh**. Big moment. 26 left in the 1K, 60k for first. Ace King versus 7s. 1.4 million. And unfortunately, 5 on the river. You got there, Phil. Unfortunately, 7 is always coming. And just like that, we've been eliminated in 26th place out of 335 for what? $4,440. That is a nasty flip to lose to Wild Ace Hun. That is a very nasty flip to lose. What a shame. We interrupt this program to bring you aces on the final table and a 3-bet committing from Belabashi. Well, this is a very important pot, isn't it? For 350,000 chips. We got him. Now we're up to 1.3 million. 4 left. Guarantees us 3,189. Beautiful. It is a thing of beauty. A thing of wonder. We're still quite deep here now, right? Oh, 22 blinds. 40 blinds. 45 blinds. 24, 25 blinds. People asking how many people in this 109 kickoff. 395 entries at $109 a pop. We'll take a flop. And we'll check raise the flop. Me and this guy have been, you know, at each other a little bit. Check raise, obviously we both had Queen 8, then another check raise. I folded, obviously 20 blinds deep when we flop top pair like this. We're going with our hand versus the button steal, and we'll just go small. I honestly feel like he's full of shit, you know that? I feel like he's just full of shit 3-betting this flop. Obviously he could just have kings. I don't think it really matters, given that if he jams, we're going to call. Like, we're always stacking off with Queen 10 on 10-4 deuce, 20 big blinds, button versus big blind. But like, what do we do? Call? Do you know what I think the actual play is in theory? I think it's call and lead turn. I think the call, obviously I didn't know it was going to be a 10, but whatever. I think the play is you call and then there's leading on the turn very small because it's like they had their fun bluffing the flop. But once I call, it's better for me, right? Because I've called, I've said I've got showdown value. So then we just like lead all the turns at 10%. Obviously it's a fucking great turn to lead at 10%, but I think we just call and lead all turns at 10%. And then I guess we're all in now. And he does not want to call me. Yeah, I think this is how this spot works. So it's very rare, like small 3-bet the flop, but I think the players you call and lead. Deuces versus 10s. I had a deuce, which means that Assad is out of here. We are 3-handed, guaranteed ourselves $4,191. But I like getting out of line here. Cost me what, like 100k? I think it just works way more than it should. Crucially, doesn't impact the fact that I'm still chip leader over here. Right? I can still cover this guy. Kind of do whatever we want on the flop. Obviously not a board we want to do heap of betting on versus big blind, but we have reasonable equity. I think bet or check is fine. We will probably bet. And I guess call. And we're going to call the flop with the diamonds and the queen jack. Obviously we have an ace, the nut flush draw sometimes, make 2 pairs, have sets, have 2 pairs, have straights, ourselves, whatever. If they, I don't know, sometimes people just like panic shove the turn here or something, I'll just fold. For 90,000, I'll see a river. For 3 blinds. Obviously very sad if they end up with like ace 3 of diamonds, but now the river's awkward. Now the river gets more interesting. I can beat jack 10 if they bluff this, or jack 9 if they bluff this. I beat any 8 they might have a value. If it's like 8x of diamonds, might just bet the turn. Or like 8-6 might just check raise and bet turn, right? I think these hands will check and check. Obviously we've got heaps of showdown values still. We will take it and we will beat king 9. You do love to see it. All in call. Ace jack versus 6s. And if the ace jack holds, we're heads up. First hand a heads up, I've made 2 pairs. I will raise at this depth. Top and bottom sometimes you see in the slow play, but we're quite deep. Set the tone a bit, don't we? Well, here we are playing for it all in the kickoff. $5,507 guaranteed, but we're obviously here for the we're here to make sets and make bets. Wow. Good hand. I'm going to play non-all-in 4-bet. 595 with the queen and the queen. 5-bet rip it. Let's play for it all. Into the chip lead we go. 2.1 plays 1.8. And I went really big on the turn. 10's not great. I check. No kicker. Ace-5 I can beat. 2.9 plays 1.2. And this has gone check, check on the flop, and now they're raising. They have trips. I mean, call. That was nasty, eh? That was a real nasty one. It's going to sting for sure. I don't know what's going on here, really. I'm going to fold. To that size, I will fold. I'm very upset about kings versus eights for 800,000 chips in the 1k, for 82 big blinds in the 1k. I'm very upset about it. But that's okay. I mean, we're still 22 of 60. The sick thing is, it's 41 paid, right? So we'd be second of 60 with, you know, very nice stack. Got the nut flush here, though. Obviously, I lose to the straight flush of 5-6, but that ain't what we're worried about. We ain't worried about shit. We just want all the money in the middle. Pair the board, obviously, again, not ideal, but we're heads up here with the nut flush. 30 blinds deep. And we've got a player who looks like they're going to jam the river. I don't like the river. It might kill our action. Obviously, we click call, though, for the win, for the tournament. Maybe they have a hand like 10-6 of spades, which flopped to flush and now hates life, but is going to call anyway. I'm going for it all. Ladies and gentlemen, the river is great. The river is great. Because I've just won the entire damn show. First place for $7,236.83. I told you I like that river, didn't I?